following lectures, we're gonna
Yes. So the question
talk
is,
about project
for instance, for strategy planning,
and
how
strategy
do
planning.
I create a plan for the next? What is the vision about this? What is happening now? Okay, and my vision for the future, for the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So what's the plan for the next 3 years? Are we going to keep using Google, or are we going to move into Azure or AWS? So that is the chapter 2, strategic planning. And what about project management? Are we going to utilize the waterfall methodology or agile? Which one makes sense applying here, waterfall or agile? I think that for this case, for this kind of problems, it's better to utilize agile Scrum. Okay? Why? Because you have a team, you have requirements, and basically you create a minimum viable product. The minimum viable product is not a prototype, but it's something functional where you can make a decision. For instance, this report later can be generated in Data Studio. You can generate the same one in Tableau or Power BI, but you have a template, you have the data source. And this is the minimum viable product. Okay. Somebody has any question about how powerful is this tool? Do you see, right now we make this analysis for November 2022. And right now we know that for every 2.5 ridership of Uber, there is one ridership of Lyft. Somebody has any question about this? No questions? Okay. So let's go with okay, I'm sharing my screen. Look at this. For instance, in this Google Sheet, if I don't need any more this data, I just hit click here and move to trash. Go to home screen, and that's it. I don't have any more of this. I save the query here. I can reutilize this query multiple times. Do you see? Any question about this?
Hi, Professor. This has been really helpful in terms of understanding, how to use cloud computing and Google Cloud specifically. I'm wondering, this has been, in my opinion, like pretty technical, and obviously this is an IT for managers class. So I'm wondering, are there any sort of resources for additional reading other than the readings that you've sent out every week, to kind of break it down a little bit more? Any like YouTube videos that you recommend or anything like that?
Oh yes, for sure. I don't know if you have chance to review the ones that I uploaded, but I'm gonna share more topics about Google Cloud Storage, Cloud BigQuery. I'm going to share this. But if you go to, let me close this here. If you go to previous here, and here we have modern data warehousing using BigQuery. I think that this is 2 minutes, BigQuery BI. And yeah, these two are in average 2 minutes. This one is a little bit long. It's optional for about the Delta Lake. Actually, I love this video because it provides a good perspective of what is a Delta Lake. But for sure, I will share more information about this.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. The idea here is not that you become a technical person. The idea is that you have an exposure and you understand the times. For instance, let's say I am a data scientist and you are my manager and you ask me, Patricio, how many hours or how many days do you need to create these reports? And I will say, Jose, I need 2 weeks. Okay? And let's say that my salary is 100K, let's say. Okay? So let's say 120. Okay? 10K per month. So in this case, you will pay for this report how much? 5K. Is correct? Do you think that is expensive? But you know the reality. It's less than 1 hour. So you will utilize 18 hours for a job of 1 hour. So what are you gonna do in the next 79 hours? I am as a manager. That's not a good deal. I need to fix that. So right now you have the skills to know, hey, this won't take 2 weeks. Okay, it's my first time that I'm gonna create this report. Please give me one day, but the next time give me just 5 minutes. Do you accept that negotiation? Maybe yes. Okay, it's your first time. Okay, I accept. The next time will take 5 minutes. But the idea is to have this kind of perception, understanding of these technical tools. Right now, I'm gonna start talking about machine learning. Okay? And usually everybody's talking about Python, R, and other softwares. Okay? I'm very familiar with Python, R, but I'm learning new tools. And BigQuery has their own tools for machine learning. Okay? So let me upload again here. Let me go to this table. FHB here. And let me, oh no, this is the query. I don't need a query now. Okay, I will create the same table that we create here. Oops, here. Do you see? I will create this data set. Do you see here? On this data set, I will create. So I click here, create a new table, Google Cloud Storage. I'm running the same process again. I'm going to here, TLC, select the November one, and select here. And then I hit here, I type 2211. That's it, nothing else. Create table. So I'm creating the table in this data set. Okay? So it will take close to 1 minute. So look at this. Take this number as reference. 20 million records, 1 minute. What about if you have 100 million records? Maybe it's a linear relationship. 1 minute, 20 million, so 5 minutes. What about if you have 1 billion? So you can create this relationship in time. So you stand up, go pick up a cup of coffee, and continue after this is ready. Okay? So right now I'm creating the data set in this, the table in this data set. Okay, same data, the 18 million records. Okay, it's done. So next step is, let me go to the queries. I already have the queries created. And where is, okay, and here, I'm gonna highlight this. Look at this. When it's red, it is a comment. Do you see here what is happening? is pointing to this is not my query. This is not correct. Let me look for the query, please. And
that's the one, right?
actually, I prepared the query for this class.
FHV 2022-11.
And that is this. Yes. Awesome. So look at this. Do you see everything is on red? Let me disable this here. Okay, and here, basically, I will work with November. I was working with March, but right now I'm going to work with November. Okay, so I don't need to run the data. What this line show, the line number 3 show, hey, give me just 10 records. If I execute this, it gave me 10 records. So you see 1 to 10, that's it. Okay, but it's just for reference. Okay, so later, what I'm gonna do here is, okay, I need to change, instead of March, I need to use February. And let me save this as, save query as MLHB for hire vehicles 2022 11. Enter. Look at this. If I am working with multiple inside a team, I can share these projects. So all their other team members can access to this query. And if you make public, everybody can see your query. Okay? So I hit save. Okay, what I'm doing here, if you see here this code, basically I'm creating a new table, and the table name is dimensional time H1. Okay? So this table will contain dimensions of business intelligence: the year, month, week, and the pickup time, the day, the hour, day of week, and basically I'm filtering here. I'm creating a one hot vector for these hours, okay? And I'm utilizing November data, okay? So I'm gonna execute this, hit run. Look at this, it's processing, and this process consumed 138 megabytes. Do you see? 138 megabytes, nothing. Okay, so right now I create this table, and I'm gonna create a table related to time. Okay, so I click here. So this table is related to time, and let me save. Let me hide this. If I show this table, let me type here limit 10, just 10 records. So basically I create this. Look at this. This ID, do you see this number? This hexadecimal, these IDs represent this time, everything. Represent 2022, 11, week 44, day 1, hour 1, day of week 3, and the weekday from 6. This is one hot vector, is 0. So this code represent all this time. Okay, this is what I'm doing here. Okay, my next step is I need to create a fact table. Are you familiar with the fact tables? So the one contains the metrics. Okay, so here, let me move down this. Look at this. I will change here, instead of 003, I will use 11. Okay? And what else need to change here? Nothing else. Keep the same name. That's it. And then my next step is to execute this. Right now I'm processing this. I'm creating a fact table. Look at this. The reading process is high. The compute is low. Job information. Look at this. 1.58 gigabytes. Nothing. Okay. So I'm going to highlight this, disable this. Okay. So my next step is I'm going to create this linear regression model. Look at this. I will create my matrix of X. Look at this. From one second here. I need to define which one I will select. I will select this. Okay. Look at this. Since I have multiple pickup locations, I will filter by one pickup location, 254. Okay. So I'm going to hit here, wrong, but let me see, where do I create this table? Okay, I create this table here. And I need to enable this. Look at this. This is the fact table that we create. Do you remember here we create this fact table? And right now, I'm going to create the data set for this data, for the linear regression model. Right now it's processing. Because I need to create this table. Okay, finish. 407 megabytes, nothing. Okay, my next step here is to create. Right now I have this table and with November data, because the previous one with March data. But right now I need with November. So this table, this one, contains November data. So I'm going to create right now the X matrix design. So I hit click and look at this. It's processing now. Okay. And let me show you this. This table looks interesting. Select asterisk from, Ctrl V, limit 10. And look at this. I'm going to disappear this. Do you see what is happening here? We have the label. This is the how much pay the customer for the ridership. This is the trip time in seconds. This is the miles. And look at this, what we have it. How many columns? Do you see how many columns? Okay, so basically I'm creating the one hot vector here in BigQuery. Okay, and just using this command pivots. Okay, but I'm analyzing only all the ridership that start from location 254, the pickup 254, but goes to location drop off 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 270. Do you see here? look at this. Here shows 1-1. Let me see. Here, this one. So somebody traveled, the pickup was 254 and the drop off was in 250. Okay? So this is the model. This is the data for the model. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to disable this and let's go to the machine learning. So where do I start creating the machine learning? Here.